Spiritual Life Center. Welcome to the SLC Sunday Experience. Your soul is in the right place at the right time. We have William, Larry, and Lori with us today. And we're going to sing about our souls. Welcome here.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm meant to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
My soul is welcome.
My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. And I am just where I'm meant to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome.
I'm getting the message.
I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome. My soul is welcome here.
Soul's welcome
here.
My soul is welcome here.
Welcome here.
My soul is welcome here.
Welcome here.
My soul is welcome.
My soul is welcome here.
My soul is welcome here.
Welcome here.
My soul is welcome here.
Your soul's welcome. So yeah.
I am
Getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Please be seated.
Well, good morning, Reverend Deborah. It's good to see you this morning and all the souls that are welcome here today.
Good morning, Reverend James. It's good to see you and your Christmas sweater
Yes, sirree.
and all the Christmas sweaters. We greet you this morning in the name of all that is good, all that is holy, and all that is sacred, and in the warm and loving energy of this community, Spiritual Life Center. Spiritual Life Center honors all people worshiping in temples, mosques, churches, stone circles, and the beautiful temples of nature, because we know that there is no space that God does not grace. And if you're with us for the very first time today, whether you're watching us online or here in person, we especially want to welcome you, because we know that no one is here by accident. We know that every single one of us is here by
Divine appointment.
And we're just so very grateful that you're joining us, especially this time of year. And that gratitude extends to silencing your electronic devices. And please refrain from flash photography during the service.
Well, we've taken that time to create a clearing to connect with the presence of pure spirit. So let's do so at this moment as we recognize that we're living and moving and having our beingness in this indescribable something, but it's so real. We call it the Spirit of the living God. And as we make the activity of our awareness in every thought that we have, every word that we speak, every action that we take, then we begin to anchor in our life and in our world the vision that Spirit has for us when we are being our highest and our best. So we're blessed to be the vessels and channels to anchor the Spirit of the living God in our life, to make a difference in this world. For we know that the Spirit of God needs us to shine God's light, and we do so as we remind one another of who and what we really are. what our true power is. And as we grab onto that power and express that power, we begin to move from where we are to where we can be, when indeed we are expressing the best of who we are. So for this and so much more, we're grateful and thankful as we go forth, amplifying and multiplying the all good. Amen. Well, we have a very important mission here at Spiritual Life Center that's reflected in our statement. I invite you to join in as we affirm it together. To transform lives, to make a positive difference in the world, as we love, serve, and remember. And we carry out that purpose and mission as we embody these 5 universal principles in our life and in our daily affairs. Again, let's speak them aloud together. God is absolute good and everywhere present. People are inherently good. Thoughts create our experiences. Prayer and meditation are how we connect with God, and we must take action.
And of course, this being Christmas week, there's a lot of action this week. First of all, we have candlelight service on on Christmas Eve, December 24th, and that's from 5 to 6:30. And of course, Paula's put together an amazing music program, and we have our Christmas story. It's just a wonderful, wonderful evening. And of course, we end it with our candlelighting and silent night, and it's a very heartfelt service. So we hope to see you all here for that. You can watch it online, but of course, it's better in person. And then Christmas morning, there we have, yes?
What time do we start caroling?
We start caroling at 4:45, and we're going to sing 4 or 5 carols. So if you and also you'll get the best seat if you come before that. So there's that. And then Christmas morning is the Christmas breakfast potluck, which is sponsored by Sally Sion. And so that's from 9 to 11. You can come in your jammies and your slippers and just bring some food and have a great time. Wear a robe. It's going to be cold. And then, of course, Wednesday is Christmas Day, so there's no evening meal or anything going on that night.
But we do have other things going on after that. Our Burning Bowl is going to be taking place on Sunday, December the 29th, our normal Sunday service. But we're only going to have one service that day at 11 a.m. And, of course, we'll have our SLC chaplains will help facilitate our Burning Bowl ceremony. We'll have our music with Ann Roach and Louis Shiflin, Lori Wood, and Soul Light Connection. So come there to let go of 2024 and leap into 2025 in a manner that you've never had before in your life. So that's going to be taking place. And then, of course, we have our New Year's bingo that's going to take place at 4 o'clock between 4 and 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday, December 31st. So if you want to have something to do on New Year's Eve day, just come down and hang out with those bingo players. It's a fierce competition. They don't play around. So when you come out there, be ready. And then finally, the blessing of our world religions. We'll have our Reverend Renee Marth is the one that facilitates that with our Youth of Unity, and have our music with Ann and Laurie and Becky and Catherine Mandella and Soul Light Connection. So we invite you to be part of that experience on January the 5th at 11 a.m. as well. There only have one service that day as well.
And, of course, then after that, we get back down to business into the new year. And so Reverend Donna Apodoni is going to present her Transformation class, and we have a video where she explains it.
Hi, I'm Reverend Donna Apodoni, and I'm here to encourage you to be part of Transformation, a new class starting at Spiritual Life Center in mid-January. I started teaching Transformation at SLC about 20 years ago. If you went then, come back now because it's been upgraded. It's Transformation 2.0. It's really exciting and really fun. I'm also teaching it at Sac State's Renaissance Society, and the last group of people who were in the cohort there said that the class was fun, life-changing, and magical. So see what you're getting into? It's based in communication theory. It's 6 weeks long, and it starts on the 15th of January. I only let 20 people in the class, so make sure you sign up early. See you there.
All right, thank you, Donna.
And, of course, we always remind you every week that there are many ways to foster transformation here at Spiritual Life Centers. So check out our weekly offerings and our classes. You can go to the bulletin board in the courtyard or talk to the ladies at the hub. And, of course, whatever you might want to know about SLC is on our website.
And, of course, folks come to Spiritual Life Center for many reasons, but also one reason is to connect with other like-minded people. But we don't have to wait for a special event to connect with someone. We can do so right here and right now. So in a manner that feels comfortable for you, I invite you to join and connect with someone here today and just tell them you are marvelous and glad you are here.
standing, and we're going to learn a new song. Well, anybody that used to hang out at Unity of Sacramento, then you might know this song. This is written by Reverend Charles Cooper, and it's a beautiful, fun song to sing, appropriate for our day. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Shining through me, shining through me, yeah. I feel the spirit of love shining through me, shining through me. You singing, I feel the spirit of love shining through me, shining through me. Yes, I do, and I feel the spirit of love shining through me, shining through me. Everybody shine, 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 shining through me, shining through me. Everybody shine, 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 shining through me. Oh, I feel the spirit of joy shining through me, shining through me. Oh, I feel the spirit of joy shining through me, shining through me. Oh, I feel the spirit of joy shining through me, shining through me. Sing it, I feel the spirit of joy shining through me. Won't you shine, yeah, shine, shine, shining through me, shining through me. Won't you shine, 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 shining through me, shining through me, yeah. I feel the spirit of God shining through me, shining through me. Oh, I feel the spirit of God shining through me, shining through me. Help me sing it, shine. Feel the spirit of God shining through me, shining through me. I wanna hear you shine, yeah. Shining through me, yeah. Oh, just sing it, shine, 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 shining through me, shining through me. Oh, shine, shine, shining through me, shining through me. This is the light of mine, this bright light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, I'm gonna let it shine, 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 yeah. Gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's just take all that joy and love in as we settle into our chairs. We take a nice deep breath and let's speak our vision statement together. Spiritual Life Center is a loving, vibrant family that welcomes home all people and accepts everyone, no exceptions, weaving ancient spiritual traditions with emerging wisdom. We cultivate a spiritual deepening with the divine, each other, and our planet. And now in preparation for meditation, we'll sing this beautiful chant by Drucker. If love is why I'm here.
me give and then receive. As we come into this time of quiet, just breathe naturally and simply be aware of how you relax with each breath. Melt into your seat. Relax your eyelids. Breathe into the back of your heart. And as you relax, allow your vision to become soft and cloudy as you close your eyes and drift into a light daydream. And as your vision clears, you find yourself in a late autumn forest. The trees, still and quiet, are mostly bare now. In this silence, you hear the gurgling of a stream behind you. And as you turn, light glints off the water as it dances over water-smoothed rocks. Taking a few steps upstream, you come to where the water becomes a waterfall, gently tumbling over a small cliff into a pool of clear water below. The falling water forms a light mist as it breaks into smaller drops and then joins the pool below. Sunlight bounces off the water, making small rainbows and turning the mist a deep, rich shade of pink. It looks like liquid love. The stream and waterfall are beautiful. The sound of the falling water is relaxing. It's hypnotic. And you want to get closer. You want to touch the water, become a part of it. It is as if the water is calling you. Moving closer, you see that there is a path of stones leading directly under the waterfall into the pink mist. And as you step onto that path and enter the waterfall, water flows over your head and down your body on all sides. It is warm, gentle, cleansing, healing, just exactly like liquid love. And the pink mist begins to swirl around you, and it comes up and pours into the top of your head and fills your entire body with love. You are filled to the brim with love, cleansed, clear, alive. The water and the pink mist flow into and through you, activating your heart. Pure golden light radiates from your heart in all directions. The mist streams into you. The golden light becomes stronger, expanding until your entire being is golden pink light. This is holy, everlasting love. Feel it, see it, touch it, hear it, experience it in the silence. Love flows through you as water flows in a stream, warm, liquid, healing love. Take a breath now and offer silent gratitude for this profound experience. And as you begin to return to your conscious body, receive this blessing. Oh, my beloved, holy liquid love enfolds you, pours into you, and sustains you. It is constant, it is unfailing, it is everlasting. Remember this, always.
Down through the ages, round this time of year, people's hearts are all aglow. Yuletide carols fill the air and cheer, while children laugh and play out in the snow. Lights on Christmas trees, snowflakes falling down. What a lovely sight to see. You will always know when Christmas time is near. You feel the need to be in harmony. People going here, people going there, buying gifts for those they know and love. Never stop to think that the greatest gift of all is God who sends pure love from above. Suspense to open all our gifts. Seems like the time just creeps along. When we finally see the presents that we have, we open up our hearts and sing this song. was sent from above. Christmas
Thank you, William, Lori, Soul Light Connection. Getting us in the Christmas mood here. Got Christmas sweaters. William made his own sweater. He didn't go and buy one. He just made his own. I tell you. That's it. Well, last week I had the pleasure to go to New York City. New York is very unique during Christmas time. I always advise everybody to check that out at least at some point. But one of the reasons I went to coincide with a trip was to see some relatives. I went with Dr. McCrimmons, who's here, a member of our community, to participate and be part of the 100th birthday celebration of a remarkable woman. And her name is Dr. Gloria Lindsay Hobbs. And I had never heard of her before until he introduced me to her and her experience. She's a magnificent spiritual and human being. She's academically accomplished. She's a pillar not only to her community, but to the world. And I tell you, at 100 years old, she had it together. I mean, she helped plan the party. She crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's and make sure everything was in place. She was fully present for the event, and the event started like at 9 o'clock p.m., and we didn't leave there till 1 o'clock in the morning. And she was there the whole time dancing, and she even had a wardrobe change halfway through the party. Now, that's a way to celebrate your 100th birthdays. Anyway, there were about probably 250 people there or more, and all of them were sharing their experience of crossing her path and how much she was influenced. They were influenced by her and her work and her life. And they had come from all across the globe. There's some folks that had come as far away as the Samoan Islands because she had helped sponsor some students many years ago. And some folks had come from Lagos, Nigeria. She was just a force of nature. It was a magnificent affair. And as I reflected upon the party, I think, although I was impressed by the pomp and the circumstance and the festivities that took place, I think what made an indelible impact on me and my mind was the so many lives that she impacted and continues to impact in her life. And how her life perfectly, I believe, epitomizes or demonstrates what Christmas and Advent is all about. Well, today we're finishing our fourth in our four-part series of Advent. And, of course, Advent to me is kind of like the Lent before Christmas, kind of like Lent you have before Easter. Advent is kind of like the 4 weeks leading up to Christmas. And it's a period of those 4 Sundays in which we renew ourselves and to the real meaning of Christmas. And it's symbolized, of course, by the birth of the Christ. And, of course, as we know in our teaching, and it bears repeating, when we talk about the Christ, we're talking about the image of God. We're talking about the Spirit of God that's within each and every one of us. And it's a reminder that Christmas is about how Jesus lived out the Christ presence so completely that he ended up being called Jesus the Christ. But his presence is within all of us. This presence that's within him is in each and every one of us. And so when we look at the birth of Jesus, we don't merely deal with a man that revealed the presence of God sometime many years ago. We're dealing with a divine spiritual blueprint, an identity that's within all of us. And he is a magnificent example of who and what we are. You know, we always say that he's not the great exception, but he's the great example, although he indeed was exceptional. No question about that. But that exceptional presence and power and quality is also something that we are born with, that we are here to bring out. So we remind ourselves that the Christ is not something that came 2,000 years ago and it's going to come once again, one day. It never went anywhere. It's always here. And it must be expressed through and as us. So the message of Advent is helping us remember this As I say, when we come to things like this or workshops, seminars, we're not really putting anything new in us. What we're really is just reminding us what's already there. And that's the message of service. It's a message of givingness of the heart, joy, and unconditional love. So today we're talking about the inner light of love. And of course, love was what Jesus said was the greatest commandment there ever was and ever will be. And we got lots of definitions of what that is. You know, Charles Phillips, the co-founder of Unity, said that love is the power that joins and binds in harmony the universe and every single thing in it. It's the great harmonizing principle known to humankind. But what popped up in my mind, particularly after I went to that 100th birthday celebration, is that love is really when we support our own or another person's spiritual and personal growth. When we help someone else grow, when we grow into who we are. And I think that's what Dr. Gloria did, whether she was conscious of it or not. So when we think about the lives, the legacies, the teachings, and the ethics of Jesus or any great spiritual avatar in history, we realize that these individuals who lived made a radical choice for love. And they so embodied the love ethic, they rebelled against the prevailing thought of their day. They would not compromise what love was, what love does, and what love is. It is a foundational value from which they lived from. Somebody told me that if you want to take the word love, you can make it into an acronym, LOVE. It means letting our value express. Letting our value express. And love is letting who and what we really are as children of God be demonstrated in this world. Because we know that God is love, and we are here to perfect our own loving. This is a true spiritual value. And as we move into this practice, it requires that we sometimes break away from business as usual. It requires us to break away from the prevailing thought of the culture that we are living in at any given moment. There are many stories about the master teacher, Jesus, that can serve as a kind of a pictorial metaphor for the values that can be applied in our lives today. In one of the stories, Jesus was called by several people to answer a question. And in answering this question, the people that are around him thought, oh, we'll catch him in a contradiction. And it's something that, we can use against him. And so they gathered around the co-conspirators. And they said, yo, Jesus. Well, I don't know if they said that, but, He said, come here. We got something. We got a question for you. And you've been talking all about town about you're not here to break the law, that you're here to be the fulfillment of the law. We got something to ask you. And in the chapter of John, the 8th chapter, it talks about the time that this woman was taken as an adulterer. And the law says that she should be stoned to death. And so they brought that up to him, and they said to him, what do you say, Jesus? What do you say, my man? And they were thinking to themselves, oh, we got him now. And Jesus, being a man of divine love, would not even mix his stares with the cruel, hard stares of the men who were accusing this person. Instead, he got down on his knees and he began to write something into the ground. And he said to them pretty much that, I have one thing to say. Who among you who has not sinned? Who among you has not messed up? Who among you has not made a mistake? Who among you has no spot or blemish in their life? If any of them here have done that, you be the one to cast the first stone. And then he went back to writing stuff in the ground, and I'm sure the people were looking over him saying, is he writing stuff about me? And because little by little, the people started sneaking away and began to tiptoe out of that place where he was until there was no one left but Jesus and the woman. And so finally he looked up and said, woman, where are thou accusers? And she said, Master, there are none. And he said, neither do I accuse you. Go in peace. Do not sin anymore. Do not make any, go off the path anymore and come up higher. And I think Jesus used this moment to put love in action and helped this woman evolve spiritually and personally. And in that moment had moved out from among all of the crowd that had their opinions and judgments. And he broke away from them. And he made a radical choice to go against the prevailing thought that was around him. The thought of retribution, the thought of revenge, the thought of using the law to get back at someone. He went against that kind of thinking and ushered in a whole new way of interpretation. He ushered in a whole new way of being in the world. And he asked, where are your accusers? I don't accuse you. I just affirm the potential within you. So I don't accuse you in any way. You know, Dr. Howard Thurman, who was a mentor of Dr. Martin Luther King, said about that story, he said, at that moment, Jesus met the woman where she was, but he dealt with her as if she were where she should be. He met her where she was, but added to her potentiality in the moment in dealing with her. And in that moment, in that holy instant, became a transformational moment in her life because her potentiality was added to her fact of life. And that's how he was seeing her. That was the inner light of love in action, supporting another's personal and spiritual growth. You know, being Christmas, I think of some of these kid stories. There was one time during the Christmas season, while standing in line, there was a store. There was a 9-year-old girl who asked her mother for a candy bar, to buy. Just as an aside, there's a candy store in New York City called Les Duras. I think it's let me see. It's the Swiss candy. I think it's a German name, but anyway, as I'm saying it right. They had the best candy I have ever tasted in my life. Let me tell you something. What's that candy store that's around us that we like to go to nearby? C's ain't got nothing on them. I'm telling you. C's would go out of business if they had one of them across the street. Anyway, I digress because I'm thinking about this piece of candy I still have left that I haven't eaten yet that's at the house. Anyway, back to the story at hand. Anyway, the little girl asked her mom like a dozen times, and then finally she wore her mom down. And she gave in and bought the candy bar, and they stopped and they walked away, and the mother was giving it to her daughter, and then her daughter stopped, and she suddenly turned. And she turned around and handed it to a little boy. And that little boy had been crying in line behind them while he was waiting at the register. And the mother asked her, why did you give away the candy bar that you had begged me for so long to give to you? And the little girl said to her, I heard the boy's mom tell him they didn't have any money left for candy anymore until she could get a new job. And now I gave it to him, and now I feel better. That was just an inner light of love being expressed by that child. We hear the line from St. Francis of Assisi that says, where there is hatred, let me sow love. I believe that's the assignment of our generation, our assignment for today in this world, wherein all humanity can be unified, where people who choose compassion, people who choose love, will be the radicals of this age that we're living in right now, ushering a whole new way of being in our world. Because we know that love is not a mere platitude. It's not a mere feeling. Love is not merely a nice thing. It's seeing the potential in everyone, including ourselves. Because if we stop seeing it, then the light goes off in us. But understand, it's not an obligation. We don't have to do it. We have free choice to do that or not. It's not an obligation. There was a woman and a man, they had been married for 20 years. And on their 20th anniversary, she woke up and noticed that her husband wasn't there next to him, and she was wondering about him, so she went looking in the house to find out where he was, went and found him in the basement, and she saw him like in the corner in a fetal position. And she says to him, well, what's wrong, baby? Because he was crying in the fetal position, and he said, well, 20 years ago, when your father caught us and forced me to marry you, he said, if I didn't marry you, I'd go to jail for 20 years. I would have been released yesterday. I know I got a strange sense of humor. But the point is this. Love is not an obligation. It's a universal unity. It's our ability to think and feel oneness. There's a 6-year-old named Nikki, a girl, when asked about love, she said, well, if you want to learn to love better, you should start with a friend that you hate. You know, wisdom out of a child. We need a few more millions of those on our planet. Of course, it's very easy to say, not necessarily easy to do. Sometimes we need a push from other people or from the universe or the forces around us to improve, to be better, to rise up to our potential. Some folks, based on their background, if somebody or some universe out of love pushes them, sometimes they feel that they're being attacked. But we must see that maybe that person or maybe the circumstance that they're facing or we may be facing is just trying to help us. Help us to be in a better position in life. Help us to evolve. Help us to grow. And of course, we don't grow without some discomfort in life. Nothing grows in the comfort zone. Nothing that I'm aware of. We must come in and be okay sometimes with the discomfort to move from where we are to our next stage of evolution. There's something about discomfort that's associated with growth. It's part of our universal process. It's part, I believe, of the divine plan for all of us. We go from discomfort, we go from comfort to discomfort, and then maybe we get greater comfort, and then start the cycle again. But some people never get to the greater comfort because they don't want to go through the corridor of the discomfort. They try to avoid that. But whenever we change, whenever we lose the familiar that's around us, we must sometimes become uncomfortable in order to continue to grow. So sometimes we need people or circumstances in life who push us to become better. As I've said from time to time, sometimes the people that we know, that we get along with, we call those people our friends. The people who don't get along with, that we do not like, those people are our teachers. See them as your teacher next time. As I reflected on the idea that love, among other things, as supporting ours or another spiritual growth. Is that God calling? He's just trying to put some emphasis that whenever we have some discomfort, it's here to aid us in our spiritual growth. Anyway, there's a clerk that had worked at a convenience store. It was around Christmas time. He was working there, and he shared that while he was working there was an elderly man who came in with a guide dog, and he went directly to the aisle where the greeting cards were. And he picked up the card, and he had to hold it very close to his face because, he couldn't see very well, couldn't read very well any longer, and he was struggling to read the card. And at that moment, the clerk was going to go over to help him. But in that moment, a big, burly, tattooed truck driver he had never seen before, and he looked mean, he looked scary, and he didn't know whether or not he was going to go in there to do something to everybody in the store. And later on, after he found out and got to know about the young man, he said that the truck driver had a history of being abused by his father and other family members, and he had a real painful upbringing and led him to kind of close off any sense of connection with other people. But he said that scary-looking truck driver came to the elderly man and asked him if he needed assistance reading the cards. And then, for more than an hour, he proceeded to read him every single card, every greeting card out loud until it came to one particular card. And the man's eyes just lit up. And he said, "Oh, that's perfect. My wife will love that one." And the clerk said that when he observed this and saw how he helped that man, something in him grew. Something within him evolved. And one of the things he said, well, first of all, never judge by appearances. He learned not to judge based upon what we see, but use our insight. He also learned that the willingness of the elderly man to accept his good, even when it comes from unexpected places. Just be willing to receive your good. You never know where it'll come from. And then he said the driver's willingness to give without any expectation of return, which is a characteristic of the inner light of love. Sometimes we may think we cannot affect the world where we are. We're just a little old something. We got all these big old issues around us in the world going on. But understand that we live in what the scientists or mystics have also said is a holographic universe, which means that the whole is already in the part, and the whole influences that part, but also the part influences the whole. So if we affect the world, if we get a little better where we are, if we become more loving where we are, we're affecting the entire universe. And when we begin to grow ourselves, we will walk in a room and your presence will announce peace. Your presence will announce divine love. And we won't wait for the answer. We will be the answer. We will be the support of our own spiritual growth, another person's spiritual growth, everywhere that we go. And I would say that's what the Christmas season is here to help us to remember. If we have any diminished concept of this divine loving presence, it has nothing to do with what is real, because love is divine. It is ever present. It is all around us. It is abundant. It is flowing. It is accessible now as any time in history. It can never be diminished except in our own minds. There was never a time when love was not there for the giving and the receiving. There will never be a moment when love has any more potential to heal and mature than in this moment. It can never go away. It does not diminish over time. It was and always will be with us forever, that present unifying force that shapes our universe and all of humanity, but most importantly, our lives. And so that's one of the things that I got when I went to that 100th birthday celebration of Dr. Gloria Lindsay Hobbs. She demonstrated through her life the power of love. She demonstrated through her life the power of supporting not only her own growth, but supporting all those who grew across her path to grow spiritually, to grow personally. And I would say that's what the Jesus teachings are all about. And that's what the Christmas season is all about. Merry Christmas to you. Just a reminder that our Burning Bowl ceremony will be taking place Sunday, December 29th, which is next Sunday. We'll only have one service, just to remind you, at 11 o'clock. So if you come early, you don't have to stick around and wait till the 11 o'clock service starts. So you can be part of the Burning Bowl ceremony either in person or online, but there's nothing like being in person. So we invite you to be part of that experience next week. For those who want prayer immediately after the service, just look for one of the chaplains who are wearing the white stoles. They'll be more than happy to pray with you. They're holding the high watch. As I always say, that if you're going through a challenge, they will help you see it from a higher point of view. But you don't have to wait for a problem. You can say, pray with me just to bring more good in my life. I see more good. I get more good. I pray for more good. So sometimes we wait until we have a problem and say, oh, my God, I got to go to God. But, you can have God work for you while things are going good and just keep that going and never have to have anything to deal with when things are going challenged in your life. For those who are online that would like to support Spiritual Life Center, just stay in contact with us about what's going on. You can fill out an online welcome card. You can go to our website, slcworld.org, click the Connect button, and it'll show up how you can fill out the card to stay in contact, or we'll stay in contact with you about what's happening at Spiritual Life Center. But more importantly, I want to ask are there any people here for the very first time? Any first-timers here this morning? Just raise your hand. Yeah, keep your hand up nice and high. We thank you. We appreciate you. We behold how magnificent you are. We're going to give you a card that you can fill out if you want to kind of know what's happening at Spiritual Life Center. But more importantly, we appreciate your presence. We behold the magnificence that you are, and we see you doing great things, and we're here to be of support, whatever spiritual path you happen to be on, because you just have to find what works for you and brings you up higher to fulfill the potential that you have. So thank you, and we behold the magnificence and appreciate you so much. For those who are online that would like to support Spiritual Life Center with your gift or your offering, you can simply text SLC Love to 44321, text SLC Love to 44321, or you can go to our website, slcworld.org, click the Donate tab, and it'll give you other ways that you can give, including sending a check by mail if you'd like to do that as well. So we appreciate you, and we know we have folks that tune in from time to time, not only across the country, but sometimes outside the country. So we appreciate you because we want to spread the message of what's possible for all of us as a human and spiritual family to fulfill our potential and anchor that potential in your life as well as our world. For those who are here today that would like to support Spiritual Life Center with your gift or offering, or if you've already given online, electronically, which is our preferred way, because that way you can make it automatic, and when you're not here, it still helps us move on from week to week. But at this moment, if you'd like to support Spiritual Life Center with your gift or offering, I invite you to take that gift and offering and symbolically raise it to the heavens, which is ever expanding good, and hold that vision. And understand there's a principle that's always at work that says that whatever you give out, it does come back, maybe from directions you never thought about or from places you never imagined, but that is the nature of life, the giving and the receiving. So as you give out, it comes back to you, and understand that we can never outgive God, never outgive the universe. So with that, as our awareness, let's affirm our offertory blessing together as we receive your offering if you're giving one today. Let's say it together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. Thank you, God. We're going to give a blessing?
Yes.
Yes, a special blessing.
We have a special blessing for William today. He has told me that he needs to step back for a while in 2025, so I want to say to you, William, thank you for sharing your gift with us. The door is open when you're ready to come back, and let's stand and give him a blessing. William, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold God's love as you. All the best on your next steps, whatever they be.
I'm gonna make a wish this Christmas. I'm gonna say a little prayer. I'm gonna stop here for a moment before the moment disappears. The world's in a hurry this December. City streets and shopping malls. I wish we could slow down and remember the meaning of it all. Wherever you are, no matter how far, come to the heart of Christmas. Live while you can, cherish the moments, the ones that you love, make sure they know it. And on this is the heart of Christmas. Let's make it feel the way it used to. Find the wonder of a child. You can see the magic all around you. Come on and open up your eyes. You can find it in the warm embrace of your family, or calling out to a long-lost friend. You can even find it in the eyes of a stranger when you're reaching out a helping hand. Wherever you are, no matter how far, come back to the heart of Christmas. Live while you can, cherish the moment, the ones that you love, make sure they know it, and don't miss it. The heart of Christmas, shadow of a steeple, and the star that lights the way. You will find him in a manger. The heart of Christmas has a name. I'm gonna make a wish this Christmas. I'm gonna say a little prayer. Wherever you are, no matter how hard, could come lend you to the heart of Christmas. Live while you can, cherish the moment, do what you want, make sure they know it. Wherever you are, no matter how far, come back to the heart of Christmas. Live while you can, cherish the moment, the ones that you love, make sure they know. No missing the heart of Christmas.
The Heart of Christmas. Lori, Laree, William, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We see you doing great things. Whatever you're doing, we know it's going to be good. Yes. Let's take this time to bless those who have blessed us with their gifts and their offerings. Whether given today or online, know that they're in the flow of a principle of the Spirit of the living God of giving and receiving. They're providing a place that individuals seeking to grow and develop into their own potential as expressions of the divine can come to and be reminded of the power that they are born with, the power of the Spirit of the living God, the power of the Christ presence, the Atman, the Buddhic field, whatever we want to call it. It is ingrained within each and every one of us, and our task is simply to nourish that and to remind each other that we have it at all times, no matter what the circumstance, no matter the challenges that we may face. So we are blessing those who have blessed us to provide a place for those who can come or watch online to be part of helping them grow spiritually and personally in their life. We bless those who have left their prayers in the prayer box today or throughout the week. And reminded in this thing called life, yes, we do have challenges and we do have difficulties. We do have bumps in the road that we need to traverse from time to time. And in those moments, we can lean on a presence that is with us always. A presence that is beyond words, but is more powerful than any circumstance that we may face. It is within us and is around us. And as we come under His governance and His guidance, then no matter how big the problem is, we know that the presence and the power and the love of God is bigger, more powerful, more all-encompassing than anything that we face. And we know that power is with us always and will never leave us or forsake us. So we say, thank you, God, for this presence. And we affirm that with our prayer, our affirmations, our meditations, our lowly listening, and allow this presence to have its way with us, to move us from where we are to where we can be when we are expressing the highest and best of what we've come here to do and to be. So we say, thank you, divine presence. We know our prayers are answered because, as the scripture says, before they call, I've already answered you. So even before we know what the prayer is, the request is, the Spirit of the living God, being the all-knowing, omniactive presence, has the answer right here, right now, and we just receive it. We rise up to be one with the answer and see how the seeming miracles happen in our life and in our world. It is already done, and we say, thank you, Divine Spirit. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen. Let's join in as we affirm our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, I am, and all is well. Let's sing our peace song. Peace and blessings. Have a great week. Come back on Christmas Eve. Hang around for some post-service music.
Hallelujah.